Hey, what's up, guys? Before going on with the review of season 4, I would like to tell you that I am huge fan of season 1 and 2 of Sherlock, while I still enjoyed the season 3. Now let's start the review of the fourth one. The episode 1 of Sherlock season 4 is the worst one, and the show didn't even felt like Sherlock. It felt like completely different show. The editing took a huge hit with this one, and the camera work was choppy and honestly felt amateurish. But my main problem with this episode was with its aesthetics. While with other episodes of season 1, 2 and 3, it felt like we were solving the crimes with Sherlock with all the clues and stuff. But in this episode, I will say that there was a loss in connection between me and Sherlock. So the episode lost a lot of engagement with me as a viewer. And the Sherlock didn't felt smart at all because of that reason. Some of the characters didn't acted like they normally would have. The Moriarty reveal was just sad. I felt cheated and it totally felt as a cop out by the writers. Maybe they have something planned for the future, but for now, the Sherlock season 4 episode 1 is among the worst episode of Sherlock that I've ever seen and is definitely very bad from a series like Sherlock. The episode 2 was much better than episode 1, but still the major problem remains. The episode was much more forgivable. Now we understood why we weren't solving crimes with Sherlock since he himself was drugged. The villain in this episode was not even close to some of the previous, like the Cabby and the Moriarty, but still he did his part well and it looks alright. The characters lacked the chemistry they once had and it really felt forced when comparing to the previous seasons, particularly in season 1 and 2. And a twist was totally predictable, and I have seen predictable twists being done well as in Gone Girl, but my biggest problem was with Mrs. Hudson. She was bad, nothing more, nothing else. Overall, it was an enjoyable episode. I especially enjoyed the drugged Sherlock a little bit. It sounds like that I didn't like the second episode, but I really did enjoy it. And this episode definitely have quality as compared to the first one. This episode started with a lonely girl on the plane and other passengers were unconscious and even the pilots. That scene immediately reminded me of Sherlock's sister. The scene of Moriarty was awesome. I eventually got surprised and excited to see him. Then I realized that the scene was from the past 5 years earlier, but it was a very refreshing experience. The final problem came with many twists that I liked the most. So far, the episode 3 was much better than the second one. I was expecting Moriarty's appearance with the Sherlock, but we can't do anything about this.
Did you miss me? Did you
Miss me?
For more movies and TV series reviews, subscribe to my channel, like this video if you enjoyed it. Until then, peace out.
Keep me informed.
Of what?
Absolutely no idea.